Hey everyone, I'm Saisha
I'm Rahul.
and this is Coatl. In Coatl, we will be making feathered snakes and we are aspiring to be the next Aztec priest. The person who will make the best Coatl will win the game. On the left side of the screen, there is this beautiful board on which the Coatl pieces are there. Outside section of the board are the body pieces, and in the inside star section are the tails and the heads. So there are two tails and there are two heads. On your turn, you can either take two of the body parts or you can take one of either the tail or the head. If you don't want to take the body parts, you can take a prophecy card instead. The hand limit, it's 5, right?
Correct.
To begin with, BGA deals out 3 to the first player and 4 to the second player. Among the 4, the second player has to get rid of 1. So everyone is starting at the same level of 3 prophecy cards before the game begins. One more thing, that's the temple card. So we are given 1 temple card each. The temple cards as well as the prophecy cards are the ways to get points when you make the Coatl. So say for example, if we look at this prophecy card, if the Coatl has this arrangement, the first body piece, be it the head or the actual small body part, which is this one, it has to be in the sequence: red, black, blue, yellow and green. If the Coatl has that sequence, then I can add that prophecy card to that Coatl. But for adding the prophecy card to the Coatl, you have to have it in your hand. You cannot add a prophecy card from the central area, that's the common section. You have to first take it in the previous turn probably, and then you add it when you are assembling the Coatl. And that is the third thing that you can do on your turn. So take the body pieces and or take the prophecy card or you assemble the Coatl, and during that time you can add prophecy card.
So at max, you can have 4 prophecy cards on each of your Coatl and 1 temple card. Okay, and that temple card can come from your hand or it can also be taken from the table pile, which are 2 piles that are on the tables.
Yeah, so that's the difference between the prophecy and the temple card. For adding the prophecy card, you need to have it in your player area. Then only you can add the prophecy cards. But the temple card, as soon as you complete the Coatl, you can add it from the central area also. There's no need to make it your own. There's no need to take it and keep it in your player area. And let's move on to this section. So this is my player area, and towards the left side
Player
is
board.
yeah, it's the player board, and I can have up to 8 Coatl pieces in total. That includes the body part, the tail or the head. Okay, so it's my turn. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces. So Rahul can't see, but I'm going for this pattern. You guys can see, right? And with that, my turn is over, and then Rahul will take his turn. As aspiring Aztec priest, we are trying to craft the most colorful and beautiful Coatl, and then we get points based on that. And then at the end of the game, whoever has maximum point wins the game. Talking about the end of game, the game ends when any of the player finishes their third Coatl. Then the player in the turn order will get to take one more final turn, and that's it. Are you done?
I'm just thinking. Okay.
So while Rahul is thinking, let us have a look at the temple cards. Let's talk about the ones that are there in the common display area. So this one says the Coatl should not have any black pieces. Not only the body parts. Whenever this thing is there, it is talking about all the things. It's talking about the head, the body pieces and the tail. By the way, the Coatl would have a head, then any number of body parts, then a tail. To be called as a complete Coatl, you have to have the 3 sections for the Coatl to be eligible to get scored. So this says there shouldn't be any black piece in the Coatl, and the number of blue pieces should be equal to the number of red pieces, and 0 doesn't count. You have to have at least 1. One more thing about the temple card is that there are 2 kinds of scores. If your Coatl meets both the criteria, in this case no black pieces and blue should be equal to red, then you get 7 points. However, if you meet either of the 2 criteria, any one, then you get 3 points. Okay, so it's my turn again. I'm going to go ahead and take a head. When you're taking from the central star section, you can take only one part. Either you can take a head or you can take a tail. You cannot take 2. However, if you're drafting from the outer section, you have to take 2. That's my turn.
Okay.
And when any of the sections, that is either the outer part of the circular player board or the central star section, if either of them is empty, then the entire board replenishes. This turn, I'm not going to take the pieces. However, I do like some of the cards. So I have 3 cards in my hand right now. So I'll take this one. Let's take this one and then confirm. Since I am at capacity, I cannot take any more pieces. So the only option that I have is to assemble the Coatl. So let's go ahead and assemble our first Coatl. So click on assemble and then I can start assembling. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the head new Coatl, and then I'm going for this design. So one more red and it will go in this side, and then 2 blues. So I'll add 1 blue and I'll add another blue, and you can see your Coatl length as well for the temple cards. In this case, this temple card says the Coatl has to be exactly 9 length. That includes the head as well as the tail, and it should not have any green piece. You can, by the way, start a new Coatl as well, and at any point during the game you cannot have more than 2 unfinished Coatls. So if you have 2 unfinished Coatl or 2 Coatls in progress, you cannot start a third one. Okay, I'll be doing this one. So let's add this. Yeah, I'm adding cards. So I'm adding this first card. I've done this twice. So there are 2 blues with no blues after or before that. So this section is a section. It is giving me 5 points. If, say for example, I would have done this pattern only once, I would have scored 2 points, the lower one. But since I did it twice, and there's one more, I'm going to add this one, add card. So that's 9 point. And lo and behold, I'm going to add a prophecy. So with that, you're now ready to play Coatl on Board Game Arena. Hope you have liked the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and also do subscribe to my channel if you want to see more playthroughs and board game tutorials teach in future. Bye. Happy gaming.
Thank you.